today we have something really, really special for you. This might not be the craziest, silliest video, but it will touch your heart the most this year, I absolutely promise. So we're gonna explain what's beyond this red door today on Our Town.
For those of you that have watched our previous Our Town videos, we typically have a lot of silly moments and different things just to add some humor. Mm-hmm. We still want to have fun with this because this is a really inspirational what you guys are doing here, but it's a little more of a serious tone on this. So we apologize if you're looking for the humor and all the fun stuff, but bear with us. Join us on this journey because this is an incredible thing what you guys are doing here. And so for those that, let's just kick it off with that. For those that don't know Isaiah 117 House, what is this?
It is a house that has been built for children when they are removed from their home before they go into foster care. So previously, before the house was built, a child would go to the Department of Child Services and they would sit, sometimes for hours, sometimes overnight. And if they sat overnight, sometimes they had to sleep on the floor. And our founder, Rhonda Paulson, said, this just can't happen. So she started in a little town called Carter County, Tennessee, and she built the first home. And since then, in 2018, since then, 22 homes are open and another 34 are in the middle of being open because the need is there.
So kind of the threefold mission would be first and foremost to reduce trauma in the child because it's a very traumatic time. And so when they come to us, that's the primary goal. But the second part would be that we try to provide a little relief for the caseworkers as well. It's a very hard position, and in reducing some of their work, it reduces some of the child trauma. And then finally, we like to support the foster families that they will be going to. So if they arrive clean and have clothes that fit and we've sent a meal on the way, then they can spend those first couple days bonding with the child.
And I think that's kind of tying those two together. That's what's really striking me here is you think about that moment that that child is having, or children, just to go from a traumatic moment in their lives, and then the first thing they have to go experience is, and I no offense to our government, but I'm guessing the DCS offices are not any offices are the warmest and most inviting, and if you have to sleep there as well, versus as you're seeing from some of the extra footage we have here, versus something like you guys have here, that's a whole world of a difference in somebody's moment.
Well, and they take children from 0 to 18, and when this experience happens to them, that is scary. And then to go to an office and have to be there before they go to another place that they might not know. I mean, that is very traumatic. Tell us a little bit more about what you do when they come, and maybe even into what other people in this amazing community can do as well to support you guys, because you guys are doing such a great job supporting everybody else.
Well, first of all, I want to say we've been very blessed because we have so many wonderful volunteers. They do the love on the kids. Joy and I, we run the house, but they are the actual hands-on that come in, feed the kids, play games with them, give them baths, pack their bags. So just so blessed to have so many of them. Yeah. The community has absolutely rallied around this house. We were not allowed to open the house unless it's 100% paid for. When we started 2 years ago, did not know how that was going to happen. And all of a sudden, the community was giving us money. They were giving us, Control Tech gave us our heating and air conditioning. Universal Roof gave us our house. Ashley Furniture, all of our furniture. So many people, Justin, Dorothy, I know, so many people. Ermco.
Sorry if we're leaving you out. There's
so many people that has just, and one person, Bill Boyley at Post Road Christian Church, youth minister, him and his youth children, along with some other adult volunteers, actually built this house. So if you imagine 13 to 18-year-old kids coming out here and putting up the walls. So it has been an amazing...
A true community build, effort,
so cool.
Yes.
By the way, Megan and I are holding some weighted stuffed animals that give you comfort, because I need it right now. So the process, the typical process, they come here, and then how long are they here? And again, speak to the volunteers and the people that are helping out, because you guys don't live in this house. So what's that experience like for the average child?
So it can be anywhere from a few hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and we just feed them, give them a bath, pack them a bag, and they found placement that fast. Sometimes we've had children up to 6 days, but our normal is we're hoping no more than 72 hours. The 72 hours to have the Department of Child Services find them placement.
Right.
Because otherwise it shuts down the house for anybody else that maybe will need to use it. So we are just a temporary stay.
Yeah.
And when the Department of Child Services calls us, Joy and I, we just send a message out to our volunteers, who's available, we've got somebody coming, these are the time slots we need. And again, they always rally.
Yeah.
They always rally around
And our
us.
volunteers do go through like a 3-part training to be a caregiver. We have many volunteers that help with other things, like whatever their gifts are. Not everyone has to be a caregiver, but we do have those that actually come in to be with the child.
Yeah.
What are some of those other roles that people can help with other than caregiving for the children?
People can help with friend-raising, fundraising, organizing events. Coming up for us, we have, if you want to save the day, is the like a lunch and dinner that we host, and it's just to kind of teach everybody more about what we do and learn about our mission, enjoy lunch together or dinner.
Yeah.
It is a free event. It's on April 16th, and we would love to have you
At the
join
Boone
us.
County
At
Fairgrounds.
the Boone County
County
Fairgrounds.
That's great.
Yes.
April 16th, Boone County Fairgrounds.
Cooking and baking.
Baking, like we freeze meals for foster families. We always start cookies when a child walks in the door. Like they walk in, cookies are already baking, so people can give us like frozen cookie dough and things like that. If someone has a birthday when they're here, just a variety of
Cleaning.
things.
Lots of cleaning.
Oh, that's good.
If you love to
I hate to
clean,
clean. I hate to
organization, we have wonderful volunteers that organize our entire giving room. They can help us with like just managerial tasks.
Speaking of the giving room, so
Yeah,
this is like an OCD person's dream room. And I don't know if this is true of every Isaiah house across the nation, but at least this one, it's on point. So that's another way that people can support you. If they don't have the time, they don't have the ability, there is, what can they offer there to help?
We definitely take donations, and there are drives and things. We recently started the Adopt a Bin, and in our giving room, everything is sized and very well organized by sizes. So families or groups or small groups can sign up for a bin. Like for example, I want 2 tea girls. And whenever that bin of items is running low or we are in need, we will contact that group or person individually and say, here's what we're short on, here's what we need, and then they can take ownership of that portion, so they know they're constantly like checking in on whatever that is and our needs.
Which is very cool, and I know you can see the giving room and the tour of that, but that is probably one of the coolest spaces in this house. And what that is when a kid comes in, they literally fit them with, a bag of all the toiletries and toys and school items that they need, and then clothes. So kids that might not be able to just be really doted on like that get these beautiful clothes to feel good about themselves. That room really rocked me because of how many people have been involved with giving and organizing, and what a gift that is to kids. Not only just safety and the warmth and the food and the love, but just being cared for in that way is just so amazing.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's really why we only do accept new clothes. It is important because these kids literally have had nothing. I've had a lot of people, gently use clothes and that, and not that we don't appreciate it. We do. My kids grew up a lot on Goodwill and stuff like that, but these kids who are traumatized, who have had nothing, sometimes this is their first outfit that they've ever gotten with a tag on it.
Yeah.
And
To pop
it's
that
just-
tag.
Yeah, it's just a good feeling.
Yeah.
All together, this is absolutely amazing what you're doing, and I want you to come here and experience this and see what it is. But For those that maybe don't really fully understand how this is, can you just give me like an example or a testimonial from maybe a child that's gone through this process?
We had a set of twins brought here in October. They were autistic and they love the swings. Oh my goodness, they love the swings. But the neatest thing that we found out is when the caseworker because they had been removed several times before we were open, and the caseworker came in and said, this is the first time she's ever heard them laugh, that never before have they ever laughed, and she goes, this is a true testimonial to this house and the volunteers, and that's what we want.
That's amazing.
See, you're getting emotional.
I know. Sorry.
I'm really excited. I'm not gonna cry. This is, thank you so much. When we pulled up, there's a basketball hoop that's on its side, and it's a temporary type of basketball hoop, right? A weighted one. And so here's what I want to do. I want to urge anybody that's watching this right now, reach out to Megan and I, and let's raise enough funds. Let's buy them a basketball hoop and put it up. So that's my pledge to you guys, is that we are going to make it happen. Okay, and we're going to give you a basketball hoop that we can put up so that you guys can use that. And so all of our art towns have a bunch of comedy, and we're not bringing the comedy, but we did have one incident earlier. We were getting a tour of the property, and we're going to cut to something comical here just to see it. But thank you guys for watching this, and support Isaiah 117 House. This has been Our Town.
And this is where the teenagers hang out. We have a Nintendo Switch. We got this great chair that Ashley Furniture donated, one of their donatable things. And it's so comfy. I just love it. Look at how it just
Live in that chair.
All right, let's go see the giving room. This is my favorite room.
Hey guys.
Yeah?
Hey guys. I need a little help. Help me.
I can't get up.